I think if there's one capability that has been completely shot by our age of instant everything and the screen time and the constant disturbance and interruptions of the different forms of technology that we have available to us, is the ability to take time just to think, to take time, uninterrupted time, and to be mizboinen. This is something that we've talked about many times, and this is at the core of what Chabad is. Chabad is Chachma, Bina, and Das. So Chachma is the flash of inspiration that a person has, whether that comes from deep inside the person, whether that is sourced outside, in other words, it comes from the outside. And then Bina is the mental processing, but the mental processing in order to be able to fully understand that which we've experienced or that which we've been exposed to. That's what Bina is. Chachma, we have Bina also. We use our mind to figure out the things that we want to figure out, but the Das element, which means to take time to think about something and to connect to it, to process it and to let it digest, intellectually digest, emotionally digest. That's something which today in the age of Twitter and everything has to come in 240 characters, and where our attention span has been so reduced, which we have a difficult time doing. The Alter Rebbe is telling us over here that if you want to do tshuva, and we're talking here about tshuva tata, we're talking about the lower level of tshuva, we're not even talking yet about the tshuva ilah, but if you want to do tshuva, step number one is, tell me what to do. What do I have to do? It's not about what you have to do. It's a state of mind, it's a state of being, it's having a broken heart, it's an awareness. And that takes time. It takes time of sitting with yourself and allowing the reality to sink in. And I think most of us would rather do something for 10 hours than sit and think for 5 minutes. I think that's true for many of us. Sasson, is that correct what I'm saying?
100%.
Yeah, it's painful to have to sit by a table, and after 2 minutes you're looking at your watch and you're looking at your phone and you're looking at this and at that. But Alter Rebbe says, if you want to do tshuva, in other words, we ask ourselves, why is it I decide that I'm not going to do an Ayaveda again, and 3 minutes later I did it? You know why? Because your whole process of tshuva lasted 2 seconds. So a 2-second tshuva is going to last for 3 minutes. If you want to do real tshuva, the Alter Rebbe says, Achri hamakas hadas b'chol hanal. Hamakas hadas means to take the time to think deeply. And obviously now the month of Elul is upon us. The Shabbos is already Shabbos Mevarchim Chedesh Elul, and we're already beginning to feel the Elul winds in the ear. I'm not talking about the physical temperature, but I'm talking about the Elul is approaching and the New Year is approaching, and hopefully, as they say, Tichla Shano Klal Yiseha, that this year and all its curses will be relegated to history, and we'll start a new year with new brachas. But we also have to prepare ourselves, every single one of us, for the new year. For that we have a month of Elul, a month of preparation, a month of Tshuva. And we have to realize that Elul is not only a time when we do more mitzvahs and we learn more Torah, which obviously that is true also, but it's a time also for Hamakas Hadas. We really have to take Perek Zayin, the Perek which we just learned, where it talks about what we've done when we've done Avera. And having Rachmanas na Neshama, Rachmanas na Hashem, and having a Leiv Nishbar, and we have to sit with it. And that is the path to tshuva. There is no substitute for that. There is no substitute for that. Taking the time and contemplating yourself, your relationship with Hashem, your Averis, etc.